Today we are going to talk about investigations of infective endocarditis. So investigation of infective endocarditis is divided into 8 groups. First one is a blood culture, second one is bone marrow culture, third one is blood examination, fourth one is serum complement level, fifth one is a urine culture, sixth one is the chest x-ray, seven one is the ECG, and eight one is the echocardiogram. So let's talk about the investigation which are performed in case of infective endocarditis. So when we talk about the investigation, so in case of infective endocarditis, 8 investigations can be performed. So when we talk about the first is a blood culture. Second one is bone marrow culture. Now third one is blood examination. Fourth one is urine culture. Fifth one is serum complement level. And it is basically C3 level. Serum complement level, basically C3 level, serum C3 level can be investigated. And when we talk about the sixth one, so sixth one is a chest x-ray. When we talk about the seventh one, so seventh one is ECG. And when we talk about the last, that is 8-1. So 8-1 is the echocardiogram. So basically, these are the 8 investigations which is performed in case of infective endocarditis. Now when we talk about the blood culture, so in most of the cases what happen, blood culture is positive. And in some cases, if the blood culture is negative, so in this case, bone marrow culture is performed. So what happen? In most cases, blood culture is most cases blood culture is positive. And if the blood culture is negative, so in this case bone marrow culture is performed. So bone marrow culture is performed if blood culture is negative. So basically, initially blood culture is performed, and in most of the cases blood culture is positive. If in any cases blood culture is negative, so in this case bone marrow culture is indicated. But the result of both blood culture and bone marrow culture is same. Both investigation help to determine the causative pathogen. So when we talk about result, so result is what? Help to determine the causative pathogen. So this is all about the blood culture and bone marrow culture. Again I repeat, initially blood culture is performed, and in most of the cases blood culture is positive. If the blood culture is negative, this condition indicated bone marrow culture, and if bone marrow culture is positive, so what happened, the result of both blood culture and bone marrow culture is what? So the result of both blood culture and bone marrow culture is same. Both help to determine the causative pathogen. So this is all about the blood culture and bone marrow culture. Now after that, next is the blood examination. So when we talk about the blood examination, what are the findings in blood examination? So there are basically 4 findings which is seen in blood examination. First is anemia, second one is leukocytosis, third one is elevated ESR, and fourth one is either thrombocytosis or thrombocytopenia is seen. So first one is, when we talk about blood examination, first one is anemia. Second one is leukocytosis. Third one is elevated ESR. And fourth one is what? Either thrombocytosis or thrombocytopenia. So when we talk about the blood examination, so what are the things which is seen in blood examination? First one is anemia, second one is leukocytosis, third one is elevated ESR. In fourth one, either thrombocytosis or thrombocytopenia can be seen. So this is all about the blood examination. Now after the blood examination, next is the urine culture. So when we talk about the urine culture, so what are the things seen in urine culture? So basically in urine culture, either hematuria or proteinuria is seen. Hematuria means presence of blood in urine, and proteinuria means presence of protein in urine. So in case of infective endocarditis, when the urine culture is performed, so in urine culture either the presence of blood or either the presence of protein is seen. Now when we talk about the serum complement level, or which is basically the C3 level, so in case of serum complement level, there is a low serum complement level, and it is actually due to immune complex formation. So when we talk about the serum complement level, that is C3 level, so the serum complement level C3 level is basically low, and it arises due to the immune complex formation. Low serum complement C3 level is actually arises due to the immune complex formation. So this is all about the serum complement level. Now after that, when we talk about the 6th investigation, that is chest X-ray. So in chest X-ray, what happened? So when we talk about the chest X-ray, 2 things is seen in case of chest X-ray. First is a cardiomegaly, and second is the features of heart failure. So these 2 things is easily visible in case of chest X-ray of infective endocarditis. Now after that, next investigation is the ECG. So when we talk about the ECG, So when we talk about the ECG, two condition is seen in case of ECG. First is a conduction defects is seen in case of ECG, and second is pattern of myocardial infarction. So these two condition or these two features is seen in case of ECG. So if the ECG of the infective endocarditis is seen, so first feature which is visible in ECG is conduction defect, and second is pattern of myocardial infarction. Now after that, when we talk about the last investigation, that is echocardiogram. So in echocardiogram, basically the vegetance is seen. So in echocardiogram, what happened? Vegetance is seen, and if the size of vegetance is greater than 2 mm, so only in this condition vegetance is seen. If the size of vegetance is less than 2 mm, so in echocardiogram vegetance is not seen. So this is all about the investigation of infective endocarditis. So recapitulate once more the investigation of infective endocarditis. So first investigation is a blood culture. Blood culture is in most of the cases blood culture is positive, and in some cases if the blood culture is negative, so in this case bone marrow culture is performed. So bone marrow culture is indicated basically in those cases in which blood culture is negative, but the result of blood culture and bone marrow culture is same. Both help to determine the causative pathogen. When we talk about the blood examination, so in blood examination 4 things is seen. First is anemia, second is leukocytosis, third one is elevated ESR, and in fourth one either thrombocytosis and thrombocytopenia can be find out. Now when we talk about the urine culture, so urine culture basically hematuria and proteinuria is seen. So what is the meaning of hematuria and what is the meaning of proteinuria? Either the presence of blood in urine or either the presence of protein in urine. If the blood is present in urine, this condition is known as hematuria. If the protein is present in urine, this condition is known as proteinuria. Now after that, when we talk about the serum complement level, which is basically the C3 level, so the serum C3 level is basically low, and the reason behind this low serum C3 level is due to the immune complex formation. Now when we talk about the 6 investigation, that is chest X-ray. So in chest X-ray, 2 prominent features is seen. First is the cardiomegaly and second is the features of heart failure. Now when we talk about the ECG, so in ECG 2 prominent features seen. First is the conduction defect and second is the myocardial infarction pattern or pattern of myocardial infarction. And when we talk about the last one, that is echocardiogram. So in echocardiogram basically the vegetance is seen, but all the vegetance does not going to visible in the echocardiogram. Only those vegetance is visible in the echocardiogram whose size is greater than 2 mm. If the size of the vegetance is less than 2 mm, so this vegetance is not going to visible in the echocardiogram. So this is all about the investigations of infective endocarditis. Thank you.